and welcome back to Adobe Live with me, Pixipui. The hair is out. I hope you're ready for some more recaps. I think if you were here before, you must have been watching the Illustrator Challenge recap with my big sister Storm. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some video motion related ones in this recap. And before I jump into the chat to say my hellos, I've realized that the very first challenge, it seemed like the files may not have been there, or maybe they disappeared. So if you do go back to the very first week of the challenge, they're there now, but they were just sketches. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Hi, CJ. Hi, Oliver, Penny, Storm. I hope you had a great stream. I hope you had a wonderful stream, and I hope you're ready for this recap, especially because I made some nice stuff to make it look interesting. So, to recap everything that we've gone over, we've done quite a lot in these 4 weeks, or these 4 weeks worth of challenges. We've made logo animations, we've made Mogurts, we've made character introductions for people, and it can be used for absolutely anything at all, as well as social media templates and jazz. And I've made a few more just so we've got a few ideas with how else we could make this go. I wonder, is my music playing? I'm not sure. I don't see it. Oh, you know what? I know where it is. I know where it is. I've got speakers now. There we go. Sorry. Hi, Arsenal. Can we teach kinetic typography in After Effects? Oh, there is a perfect thing for that. Thank you, CJ. Yes, CJ's the perfect person for your question, Arsenal. You can hear it? Yeah, so many cute things. Woohoo! So many cute things. Oh, yes. All right. So let's talk about the first one first. The logos. So the first time we did a challenge, we looked at how we could make our own logos with 3 simple steps, being design a thing, vectorize a thing, and then animate the thing. And I thought, since we've got so much time, maybe we could do one more together. That way we can kind of encapsulate everything. So let's do one. Hi, PJ, Penny, PJ, Oliver, how are you lot doing today, by the way? Okay. I can't believe it's already been 4 weeks' time. It really does. Wild. It's wild. So today we're kind of redoing each of the challenges, maybe one of each, but just in case you missed it or you don't want to go back, that's okay. We can do one right here. It's not a lot of time, it's a trap. Oh no. Wait, what happened? So we've got a sketch like we were going to have before. Now to vectorize it, we're going to do this all in After Effects. I'm going to take a pen tool. And can I have a couple of colors, please? I feel like the colors is the safest thing for me to ask you though. I'll go with a shape because I don't need it to be filled out. Maybe I should have it on the upper screen. That would be good, wouldn't it? You ran out of time. No! I could hear you in the next room and I was like, it's like 6 minutes too. Or not 6 minutes, it's like 1 minute too. She's still talking. Is she gonna be okay? But no, I mean, it is a color. I guess I could work with it. Why are you making this like you've gone to Wix and you're just spitting out random colors? Oliver, I was gonna say, it cannot be again. It cannot be, unless that's like the common thread. Hi, Robert. How are you? We're doing a recap. And my sister has experienced the ban hammer. So what I'm doing right now, since all of the shapes in my example seem to just be straight up squares, apart from the thing in the middle, I'm going to place all my stuff out first. Normally with a lot of animations, especially After Effects based animations, including the typography type of animations, Arsenal, if you're still there for that, you kind of want it all there first so you know where it's supposed to end up, and then you work backwards. No. That's what we call it. You didn't get banned. You didn't get banned for real. We just lovingly call it that. Box left. Yeah, no, it's the time. Now my sketches was kind of off So unless I wanted to kind of make it more like that, which I could do, which I'm not going to, we could give it that kind of style. But really, when you're sketching or planning or designing, you kind of want to be as free and loosey-goosey with it as possible. Wix even? Wait, niche UK. Wait, hold on. Is Wix only in the UK? Oliver, I didn't know that. What about Maplins? Is that everywhere? Are we just naming stuff? Okay, so I've got one for the left, one for the right. I've been thinking about how we could animate this, like maybe have one box drop down, one roll out, boom, 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 and then maybe something happens and then the text just kind of appears. Really? I know Tesco's is UK, like that I know. Okay, and we're gonna call this the box in the box. Oh, it's gonna be quite techno, this one, isn't it? So we've got this open, we'll pop this over here. I've got some colors so we can actually fill the boxes in with the colors that you suggested. I'm gonna go with the empty shape for now. That way I can still see the background. But if you want to do the challenge while we're doing the recap, all you need to do is sketch an idea. It doesn't need to look gorgeous, just needs to be done. Left, right, let's call this box L Lil 1. Wait, no, maybe? I have no idea what you're talking about. We have an Aldi. We have a Lidl. I feel like that's the same. I feel like it's the same thing, but like it's our version of an Aldi. Do we have, I feel like we have an Aldi. Do we have an Aldi? Maplin, I know. The shock, the horror, because when Woolworths left, because there's no, like, I think they're online, but when Woolworths left, and we're going back a ways now, it was like, okay, well, what am I going to do for this? And then suddenly, Maplins, and it's like, oh, there's no other stores that do what they do. What are we supposed to do? Went to Currys. The Currys in our area went. It's gone. It's gone. And it's like, okay, well, where do you want me to get my supplies from? Do I have to buy them all online? What if I don't want to get them online? So now, we're in this very strange position now. This box is doing something else, so I just need to change its thickness. We're just using the marquee shapes and the... Do I mind that much? Not really. Because apparently, thinking that we have a lot of time is not true. So I don't want to push it. 98. That's not right. 99. That'll do. Okay, box top. It has a very square... I feel like I know I've seen an Aldi. Welcome, Legging. Thank you for the leg. I thought you were talking about a grocery store. Oh, no. Yeah, we do, but then they're hard to come by now. They're hard to come by. Okay, so I've got a box top. And I'm going to put these as the colors that you said. Okay, so we've got a red one. We've got an orange one. Penny, did you give me a color as well? We've got a green one. Purple one. You in this purple? A banana one. So a yellow one. A yellow one. There we go. And a toffee. I mean, we do have brown. I'm not sure what this is going to look like. I feel like it's going to look a bit like a Tetris. Okay. And then we've got the blah logo, which I will fill in with a color. Maybe make it red. Why not? Why not? I don't think I want a stroke for this one. I said no stroke, please. No. There we go. Now we've got the shape, and we just need to add the text for blah, which I will have black actually. There we go. Blah. Perfect. Unless somebody else has like a different idea for what you want this to be called. But I'm still thinking about what Sis said about the long amount of time is not true. Oh, really? Tell me about it, Robert. What's been updated? It looks like Mr. Keyframe's side hustle logo. I like that. I'm just rolling in. Oh yeah, I forgot. We didn't make Mr. Keyframe in there, did we? Text box. There's the text box. I'm gonna make both of these a color that we've not used, maybe the fuchsia. There we go. And let's use the pen tool. Well, we don't need to, it's a square, isn't it? And we'll make a yellow square for Mr. Keyframe, because you were right, Penny. Secretly, I feel like I don't feel like I'm the one that makes it. Secretly, Mr. Keyframe and Miss Bezier are technically in all of the videos I do. Can you spot them all? Easter eggs everywhere. Let me move my anchor so I can rotate it how I want to rotate it. Make this a little bit easier for myself. Oh, 90 is not right. It's sort of halfway in the middle. He's secretly at the top. I mean, yes, he's secretly at the top. But it's only people that have gone to my other series would know the significance of the diamond. But I agree. Wait, what's annoying? Wait, Comet's gone? Do we have Comet? Dixon's and Piece of Wolf. Yeah. Oh! That explains so much, Oliver. But I agree. It's annoying. So much is online only now. Even when there are stores, they don't hold much stock. It's true. And then we've got, you know, have you ever seen the Amazon Fresh? I've still not gone into it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can yet. Hi, Keys. Welcome on in. We're doing a recap over the 4 challenges that we've done. This one is us taking a look at our sketch that we've done, vectorizing it, as which I have just completed. And I will fill these boxes in with some color, and then we're gonna animate it and move on to the next one. Was lurking and kept hearing name. Oh, oh no, I'm sorry. I was talking about keyframe. Not me calling out keys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so let me give these the appropriate colors. We've got red at the top. There we go, red at the top, orange over here. Okay, this is actually quite a cool way to do it. Also, for those of you that have updated your Adobe, that's a lot of stuff. For those of you that have updated your Photoshop, have you noticed that they've added more colors? I was very pleased. I was very pleased to see this. Let me put this at the bottom because I am somebody that really likes, as you can see with the After Effects stuff, I tag the colors on the stuff that I do a lot. I do still label them, don't get me wrong, but being able to color the stuff is much quicker than me having to read. Okay, oh, this is quite cute, isn't it? It's basically just Morrison's, yeah, but then like it knows what you've bought and knows what account to take it from, right? More colors. I hadn't noticed. It's so good. It's basically I don't think we can customize our own colors like we can in After Effects, because I tend to. I normally have a white color instead of magenta or the normal coal one. So the default layer color would just be white. But the colors that we have in After Effects are now in Photoshop. So we've actually got magenta. We never had magenta before. In Austin, Amazon Fresh is Whole Foods. Is it really? Oh, no problem. Had to look exactly what was going on. I see. So now we have our sketch. We looked at the sketch. We made the sketch better, inverted commas. And now we vectorized it. Next, we've got to animate it. Now, I already have an idea that I want the bottom left box to fall down. Boom. Maybe roll, flip, and have the right side pop out. And then have the other 2 bits like come down. And then the bit at the top comes up. And Mr. Keyframe kind of just pops up. Let's make it as simple as we can so we can wobble in. I got the pixie signal. Yay! To have like a logo in the sky. Okay, so bearing in mind that I know how I want this to animate, I'm going to parent them according to my idea. So, box is going to move. That box is connected to the orange box. So this way, when I move it, it's going to do what it should do. The little boxes are connected to the green box. Good. And this one can also be connected to that box too. It just won't appear until I need it to. And Mr. Keyframe is connected to the box top. Great. Now, I can do my animation and then use the mat, or do the mat first. I'm not sure. It can be distracting without it. I'm gonna do it this way first. Shouldn't really. There's no reason why you can't. It's just kind of weird. Normally I would like do the rest of the planning, but okay. So this is the position it's supposed to be in. We'll make sure we pop a keyframe down there. And I want it to fall from nowhere. That's super slow. Let's not have it on full as well. I want it to go beyond its position. Going beyond is always cool. Boom. down, jump up and spin, and then spit that one out. Yeah. Okay. That's not beyond. Let's pull this down a little bit. A little bounce is wonderful. Boop. And then I'm probably going to want it to do that little squish thing I was talking about. Ah. Now, if I had thought about it this before, I'm going to do it now because I didn't actually do that much. I want it to squash and stretch. Bearing in mind that all of its movement comes from the anchor. If I had thought about that before I animated it, I would have moved the anchor first. If I changed the scale where it was, it would have acted a little bit unpredictably, which is not what we're after. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Silver. I assume you're at work. Oh, I was supposed to do a Discord poll on what the watch night's supposed to be. Version 28.4, number 32. Star is a live shape. Intro of enclosed mode for marquee selection. Ooh! Intro keyboard shortcuts with text formatting, smoothing, HD. Ah, these are the updates, huh? Nice. Okay, so we've got this. It comes down. I'm going to have it wait for a second or two. Then I want it to go down. Then it's going to go up. Then it's going to spin. It's going to spin kind of weirdly because I'm trying to not have to make this really complicated. Oh, maybe I can just make it go back and spit forward. Oh, even better. Yes. I'm actually not. No way. Oh, seriously? Yay. Okay. I was thinking that I was going to do a poll so I can find out what you lot wanted to watch. But I don't know. Okay, so I want it to go down. I need it to squash so it kind of makes sense as to what it's doing. Okay, so it goes down here. We'll have it do that little squash. That's not a squash. Probably happen before it goes down. Come up beyond its means. And then have it go back to normal. I don't know what its normal was. 40. Okay, go back to 40. So we got, oop. Wait. And then I need to go forward again. It's like a magic trick. Whatever you do, you gotta reverse it. And then back. Cool. And then we're definitely going to be smoothing. Lots of updates and many software offerings, exciting times. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh. And then we can have that other side come out. Let's say that it's supposed to appear from then. I'll grab my position. This is where it's supposed to be. Whoops. I'll move it back here. It should be underneath this one because it's for the reveal. I might not need to do the map, you know, which will be great because I don't really want to. I don't really want to have to do the mat if I don't have to. Let's pull this in. And keys, now that you're saying that, I'm curious, what is the most common Adobe software that you tend to use the most? At the moment, because we're working our way to another Animation 101 series, which will start back on March the 6th, I believe. I've been using a lot more of Adobe Animate and Photoshop to actually animate in, which has been a lot of fun. And it's supposed to spit that out there. Oof, okay, not that slow though. So we can have it come out. Maybe we can have it pop. Oh my gosh, okay. I have ideas. Let me pull this out all the way. Have it hit this back. Let's pop the smoothing on it. Check its movement, see if we like it. My watch parties are too late. I'm sorry, Oliver. You know it's too late for me too. It's for the Americans. Okay, so it does it. It goes, I want it to go further back. It can't just hit the spot. It's gotta go further back, then go back out, because that looks cuter. Yes! Okay, so when it does that, that's when the other two can drop down. Box Little and Box Little 2 sound like gangsters. I love it. Okay. And I'll have these two drop down and I'll have them within the mat of the other one. Can I do a poll? Oh, can you do that? Yes, please, Silver. I just want to know if we're down for like a comedy or horror or whatever, or anime or something. For me, it's Lightroom. We watched Scott Pilgrim. Yes, that was awesome. Thanks to Silver's recommendation. And as an animator, it's always awesome seeing animations. It's just, it gives you so many ideas. One, you're there to watch it because you're enjoying yourself, but then it gives you so many ideas as well, you know? Okay, so this is where it's supposed to be. Where it starts is not there. Make sure it goes beyond its means so it can come back up. Good. Give it a little smooth. Lightroom, then Photoshop, then probably Premiere Pro. You know what? I think you might be the first person that I've heard using Lightroom. I know people use it a lot, and I use it on my phone, especially when I was doing a lot more social media type content. Oh, I've moved it in the wrong place. Yes, I have. I'm going to just pop this open. I think I've seen Sis use it as well. I feel like when I'm ready to take the social media or my photos to the next level properly, that's when I'll go back. Oh, thank you. Illustrator, Photoshop / oh, you too, Keys. Hey, okay, Oliver, you're not alone. You're not alone. Cute. Okay, and let's grab these two and pop these down. Substance, yes. Even before it was, oh, hey, come on, Keys. OG 3D peeps, love to hear it. As a generalist who ironically was a 3D generalist first, love to hear it. And AE, oh, Keys, you're kind of all rounding all over this. I love it. I love it. All the more to it, I say. And let's make sure that we can see the box. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is great. So we've got it coming down. We've got the thing coming out. Boom, boom. We'll have the main box go down and then push itself up to make Mr. Keyframe come out. Oh, this was kind of fun. Not kind of, it really was. You never know what it's gonna be like when it's just a bunch of boxes, but no, I really like this. Hey, Generalist 2. Hey, let's go, Generalist. I mean, there's so much time. You should just do it all, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, yes. This isn't even a logo for me, but I feel like now I want to use it. Photoshop, Illustrator, DW Express. You know what? My mum's been using Adobe Express a lot, which I'm really happy to see. She came over from the Canva. I was like, no, Express. She used Express and she uses it a lot, and I'm really happy to see it because it's very user-friendly. Like, mum can use After Effects and stuff like that, but she's able to do what she needs to do really quickly in there, and was able to find things that I didn't even know you could do in there. I don't know. You know when you give your parents something and they do it in a completely different way and you're like, oh, okay. Didn't know that was a thing. Keys said started career in storyboarding and concept art for visual effects. Ah, Keys, you're awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So cool. You know what? Have you lot found that even if it's not the same career path or interest path as yourself, but have you noticed when you see people either doing something that they're actually interested in, or they're talking about the stuff that they do, it's so invigorating, isn't it? PJ said my area, oh yes, I remember you talking about this in the print production. My area of expertise is print production. When I retire, I'll branch out into other Adobe apps. But no, you know what? Keys is right. Even if you mix a little bit in while you're still going, unless you're busy, because you know what it's like if you pile too much on, that's not the one. Whoop. That's cute. You know what? Maybe it's better for it to come up like that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Let me grab the scale. Find out when it's supposed to be seen. Squish it down because I don't want to do the matte thing again. I'm done with it. I'm done. Boom, boom, boom. Yay. Okay. And then let's grab Mr. Keyframe. Mr. Keyframe's where he's supposed to be. He's not connected to anything. You're right, babe. He's not okay. Let me move him up. There we go. There you are. Okay. Okay. Let's connect him to the box. And let's matte him to the box. There we go. Hi, Kaylin. We are doing the recap of the 4 weeks challenges that I did earlier. My sis was right. We might not have time to do all of them. Me looking at the time. Trying to like find tiny bits to do in each of them. Each one, if you do want to do them individually, I think you can work back in the Adobe Live VODs, although they're on my Behance as well, which is Pixipui. You've got downloadable files which you can use to challenge yourself, and it's split into 3 easy steps, but I'm kind of going over a little recap of each of them right now. You are in the wrong place. Straight up, we can say that. And Mr. Keyframe is there. And I probably will have him drop down, you know. And I'm not going to worry about making him look cute when he drops down because we don't have time. I still got 30 minutes. That's not enough time. That's not a lot of time. I spent some time in print. Keys, look at you. The generalist. Kaylin, do you have a preferred Adobe software that you tend to use a lot? It seems like all of us have a particular one that we tend to go back to. I scan paper at work, you decompress at home. Nope, I get it completely. It's like a work by Picasso. I love it. Thank you, Marty Lopez. I really like this one. I haven't even done the text. I'm not sure if I'm bothered to do it. I feel like we get the gist. I think we get the gist of this one. So I'm not going to bother doing the text because we've got so many other things that I've got to show you. So this was a quick recap. Why is it on full all of a sudden? Okay. This is a quick recap of how we can do the logo challenge, which was to sketch something, vectorize it, and animate it. Awesome. Yay. So that was recap 1. Recap 2. The Mogurts. So in the Mogurt portion of the lesson, as I open this file secretly, in the Mogurts portion, we learned how to make auto-sizable text boxes, add our own scaling images, make moving images and be able to turn on the visibility or turn them off. And it's time for us to do it just a little bit while we've got some time here. Okay, so I've got my file here, which is my After Effects file. I think we've got my Premiere file as well. Lovely. So in the After Effects file, this is where you make your motion graphic template in After Effects, which can be updated and put into Premiere. So if you use your Adobe library, which goes across all of the platforms, I think all of the programs that Adobe has, which is great, you can make something, update it, and it will be ready for you to use, like whenever, which is exactly what we're going to do. So I've got a still image in the back, mainly just so I can see where I might want to place my stuff. If we go up to Window, turn on the Essential Graphics, we can see that I've made a vlog Mogurt based off of my composition. And this is probably the coder in me, because I'm a coder now. I like to separate my text, even though you can use groups to separate them, as in folders like these, which we can open with a drop-down box. By using the comments section and actually just using lines to split things off, it also can help with making it a little bit easier to read. So from the things that I've done, I've gone through a heart section. So if I press play, we can see what I've made in advance already. Where I've got my hearts, I've got a visibility button, which means I can use that inside of Premiere. We've got a position slider and a scale slider as well. We can totally add rotation, anything that we like. Thank you, Robert. PJ, books and archiving. Oh, the fact that I feel like Keys understands all of this as well. It's wonderful. So I've got my hearts, I've got my stars section, which is this right here. Now I made one of these and I animated one of them, put them together, put it on an endless loop, but I thought we could do one just so we can see what it looks like together. So I do have one more thing. At least I should. Let's see. We open this up. I've got a bunny. Oh, the bunny's already there. I've got a bunny. There we go. But this isn't added inside my Mogurt. So this is how we can edit a pre-existing one, which is wonderful. Does that mean you're going to start streaming about coding? Actually, Oliver, I saw that Adobe actually has something where you can do some coding relating stuff to it. So if there's demand, and I can... Oh, and I got into a course to do web development stuff. So yeah, if I think it was it's not UX, it's not Adobe UX. There's a program that Adobe has, which is a coding based one. Cannot for the life of me remember what it is. If anyone knows, tell me. So I've got this image of a bunny. You can totally make things within After Effects as well, of which I didn't do this time, but you can. I wanted to make it a little bit faster for you. I want to add a glow onto this one. There it is. Stylize with a Z. And add the glow intensity. Cannot see it all yet. Let's increase all the stuff. Sometimes I forget which one makes it. Oh, is it going on top? Am I using the right glow? Sometimes I think I forget how to... I might be using the wrong glow, you know. Am I using the wrong glow? No, not Dreamweaver. That's not Adobe. Oh, is it the radius? My bad. It barely be seen. Let me turn this up. We've got this. We can see that at least. And we've got this here. That'll do. It's kind of glowy. And I'm just going to have it tweak from side to side. Now we can do this in a couple of ways. We can just have its position like this, split it off, and then rotate it facing the other way. So when we go back, it just tweaks back and forth. Or we can do it via the keyframes by keying rotation in one position, and then directly after facing it in the other direction, and then putting it back. And instead of us going all the way down the line, I am going to hold Alt, click it, click loop out. It didn't fully write it. Click loop out, there we go. And now, oh no, oh, hold on. Oh, I forgot to make sure that this stayed. You can right click and go to toggle hold keyframe, but the generalist in me is very used to doing it the other way. So we're doing it like this. Thank you, Robert. Yes, JS, yes, that's the one. JS, like Adobe Script Language, that was the thing. I'm working outside the creative realm at the moment. Oh yes, that was it. So PJ, when you do actually get a chance to, oh, that's a bit fast, isn't it? So hold on, boom, have it hold for a little bit, boom. Hold on, who's too fast? It's you. It's this bit that's too fast. Pop this here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Ta-da! It's like one of those putty-cutta thingies. Yay! Okay, we can stick it there. So now I've got an idea of where it can go. Now let's say I want to add it to my Mogurt, which we can. We have to pick what part we want to add. We can click our layer and go to solo supported properties, but it will do it for all of them. Do bear that in mind. Otherwise, pretty much anything you can move or add, it will have. So let's say I want to add its position first. So I can click and drag the position up. I won't add it to a group just so we can find it easy. We got bunny position. So now I can move the position up in here. Adobe, that's it. That's it. App Builder, that's the one. Adobe App Builder. I was watching somebody else on, I think it was the American Adobe Live. Somebody was showing how to make a certain script for themselves, I think, with that program. like not how you would do it with the actions and stuff, like if you were in Photoshop, but a proper script, like we're talking like Python-y kind of script. It was like, oh, that's great. Now we could add the rotation, but bear in mind that we've already rotated this, which can be awkward. So if you do want to add in a rotation on something that's already been rotated, I advise that you turn it into a composition first. Funny, see? And then check that the other one's still working, which it is. Oh, you know what? Let's make sure that we move the attributes as well. Check that it still works. If it doesn't, that's okay. Because it kind of nested it, so its rotation and its position and whatever is clean. So if I move this, it will move that. I'm gonna move the anchor down because if we rotate it, it's gonna rotate in a really weird way. We can go to our rotation now, and now we can rotate this without it affecting the animation at all, which is great. That's quite the Pandora's box. Oh, really? Let's just say, call me Lara Croft. I'm a Tomb Raider. I'm ready. I'm ready for all the things. Let's say we want the scale. We click and drag the scale. I feel like you're getting the idea of this one. Call it a nice name. I won't, because we might not have time to do all the things that we want to do. And we want to do the visibility as well. So if you do want to do the visibility for something, make sure you go to the effects of whatever the layer is that you have, right click in the corner, go to expression controls, click the checkbox, and you are going to locate where your opacity is. We're going to pick whip it up to the checkbox. We're going to open the expression. I'm going to save. Something happened that I wasn't sure about. And we are going to do shift button on the 8 key, which is the star at the top. And we'll just type in 100. So now, once we add it to the Mogurt, if we go into effects, drag the checkbox up. I'm going to call this visibility. We can see the face isn't there, but if we turn it on, now it's there. So we can make it easy and convenient for whoever is actually using the Mogurt that you make. So if you're not making a Mogurt for yourself, or you're just making templates, because that's what you do, this will make it easy for whoever's using your thing afterwards to easily navigate and use all of the wonderful good things that you've added. So now we've got my bunny that I've added. I've saved it. We go to export motion graphics template, and I've got a library, and I'm just going to pop it in here. Adobe Q5. Oh, I clicked OK before I finished. Okay. Oliver said, oh, app builder's a part of experience. Oh, really? Oh, maybe that's it. I think you can use DW, because I'm wondering which one it was now. We need to go to Premiere. Okay. So now we're in the Premiere. I'm not sure. Oh, it's this one, because we can see this little bunny on it. Hey, really, if I had renamed it the same thing, it would have been this one, but that's fine. So I can pop this one on top. Oh, me too, Oliver. But I also code on my phone. I've made a few codes while I was outside for like eating at restaurants and stuff, just to do some quick maths. I think you can use DW to make a script, but I'm not sure. And the best is to use Notepad++. Now it's come back around full circle. Okay, so now we can see that I've actually got the bunny that I added earlier, and above my head, we've got the ability to move the bunny's position. We could just stick it there in the middle. Yeah, there we go. We can rotate it. We could change the scale. Maybe it's all about the bunny. Maybe it's not about us at all. Maybe it's about the bunny, and that's okay. Oh, you know what? Silly me. I've got this on, innit? Let me get rid of that. If I have it there as a background backup, but it exported the image as well, which is not what I want. So you can either hide it or use me recap. There we go. You can either hide it or delete it altogether, which really I should have done. I was wondering why the video wasn't moving, because it should do. There we go. At least if you run into any problems like me, we have just solved it together. There we go. Now the video is moving. We'll go to browse. There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, better. Now we can click on it. Now it will do all the stuff that we thought it was gonna do the first time. If you have a little template thingy at the bottom to make sure, let me make sure this is muted. There we go. If you have a little template thing at the bottom or inside your After Effects when you're making your Mogurt, hide it before you release it because it's just gonna cover everything. New hair. I mean, it was always there. But no, we're going for the extension-y type stuff. No, this is the hair, Otaku. This is the hair. Has grown an inch. We are growing the hair now. Loving it. So more coding towards Adobe Exchange, I guess. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That could definitely go there too. This is why I'm like, I remember seeing it as like an app and it was on Adobe Live. So I'm sure it was like a straight up Adobe thingamabob. Otaku, how are you? But there you go. Here's an example of how to do our second challenge, which means we are totally ready to see our third challenge. What is it? I wonder. I don't know. What is it? Oh, the intros. Oh yes, of course. So we made a series of intros, a little bit like Snatch, which was actually really, really fun to do. Based off of, am I in the right program? I am. Based off of Guy Ritchie's Snatch idea, but you can use it on anything really to create a cool type of intro on it. Here are some examples. But that's my curtain call for me to make sure I have the right file for you to see. So if you are following along with me, this is the perfect time. Oh, in a VOD, by the way. This is the perfect time for you to pause the video, perhaps, and get ready for the next one. Adobe have so much stuff. Yes, they do. Looks like that. Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Okay. Yeah. They really do. We did a stream with Substance. I think I went between two of them, but we were showing how we made a generative AI little cat thing. And then we went to make it like a little sewn badge. And we went through how to make it look like it was a knitted sewn badge. It was very interesting. But yeah. Okay, so since the idea of the character intro is for the video to play, it stops at some point, highlights something that you want it to highlight, and then goes back to playing, usually. I have a video that my sister has given me. She's given me a lot of videos, which I'm really grateful for. Sometimes you're running light on the videos. So we've got this good boy right here. What I've gone for is a way of the same three-step process. We plan it out, decide where we want it to hold, pick a video, film a video, decide where we want to freeze it, and then do the whole shebang. So I've actually used the marker section with Premiere, which if you didn't know it can stretch out and have text on it, it can. If you want to use it, you can tap this, or I think you can, is it M? Yes, it is. M for marker, or you can use the marker in your little toolbar. But if you don't have that, click the plus button, the button editor, and add that to the list if you want. I'd suggest you scroll through with whatever video that you've got, double tap your M or grab your thingy, pick a color, drag out the duration a bit, and write down whatever it is that you want to know. Now, by dragging it out, you can also manually drag it from here as well. You're able to pick how long something is if you need it to be, I don't know, let's say between here and between here, which is really, really handy, which is what we're going to do with the good boy. So here I've decided I want it to freeze there. So now, because I've got the snap on, if you don't, it might just kind of woo right past it. Even if you hold shift, make sure you've got your magnet on, and I'm going to snip it here and I'm going to drag it up. Keys said, while I've written scripts for custom effects with automation, yes, to the automation for Adobe software, I've not tried to publish on Exchange. Is there a particular reason? There's a lot of like for the Photoshop animation tutorials I do, especially the ones that are coming up on Animation 401 next week, we do actually use quite a lot of scripts from the Adobe Exchange. So I'm interested to hear your experience. Hi, Josie. Look at you appearing on all sides. Looking in on it. That B seems better with the server-side services. Josie, how are you? How are you? We're doing the character intro. We're literally doing a quick recap of everything we've done. Everything. Okay, so we've got the good boy. We've got what's going to happen after the video. I've got this because I want it to keep playing afterwards. And I know I want it to keep playing from here. So straight off the bat, this is where I'm going to put it to, because that will continue from the freeze. When you want to freeze a frame, you need to make sure you're at the start. Otherwise, it's going to split it. And I think you want to split it there rather than at the beginning. So I'm at the front of my frame. I go to frame, add frame hold. So now we've got a frame hold, which is perfect. I'm going to slap one on the bottom. We've got our snatch intro folder from last time, which is black and white, Gaussian blur, and the radial shadow. We want the bottom layer to have black and white on it. And we'll add a Gaussian blur as well. You can do this afterwards once you see what you've got. And once I turn this upper layer back on, we'll make sure we go to our pen tool. And we can zoom in. Make it a little bit easier for ourselves. And I want to highlight the pup. How much of the pup do I highlight? Go around here. Now, my pen tool's been acting kind of strange today. You should normally be able to click and drag in one go, which mine doesn't want to do today. I feel like I must have clicked something that I shouldn't have clicked, and I don't know what it was. And I haven't been able to find a way to turn it off. So here we are. So we're going around the bits that we want to focus on, which is most of the dog, as much of the dog as we can get without it looking really weird. So take your time with it. The more time you take, the better it will look. We don't really need to see this right now. Give us a little bit more space on the screen. Gonna haphazardly click around. Click and drag to add a little bit of a bevel or a bezel. That's the right word. And if you've used the pen tool before, let's say in Photoshop or I think Illustrator, I think all of them have the pen tool, don't they? If you've used it before, it's going to be pretty much the same in this one too. Right, now I know I've got this. I want to click around to the outside. Maybe pull ourselves up a little bit till we're content. I'm probably gonna, maybe I don't add the arm in. I don't know what this is gonna look like. Might look kind of strange, but you know, it is what it is. Keith said, definitely, expressions from After Effects can be written in scripts too. Jack of all trades and a lot of info to boot. Don't forget, peeps. The full thing was Jack of all trades and master of none is always better than master of one. So try to do as many things as you can. But don't overload yourself. I found if you do end up doing more than one thing, usually your skills will interweave. So let's say you're really good at Photoshop, but you want to make it move. If you end up going and working on your After Effects skills, then that means that you're able to create something and also move it. And then if you look into Illustrator as well, then you can take it further and further and further. You can vectorize it, maybe plan it all out in Photoshop, and then After Effects. It's really, really fun. Really, really fun. Okay, so now we've got the pup. If we play that back, pup, freeze frame, onto the ting. Now comes in with the zoom in. We can add a little bit of a scale. Really, you could make this do anything. It could be like a Smash Brothers new challenger kind of thing. And we'll have this be really far away, so it looks like it's zooming in. It looks like it's too quick. So let's try that one more time. Sis wasn't kidding. 1 hour does go quick. There we go. And then it goes back to playing like normal. Yes! And now, because we've done a couple of things to it already, I'm going to nest it. We right click it, go to nest. There we go. You should call it something, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go to radial shadow. Gonna turn this white. Make the opacity high. Change the projection distance. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Kind of small. 3 size layer. Really want the softness. And there we go. I can go with that. That will work okay. Yep, that's okay. I don't mind that so much actually. Hold on. Projection distance. Softness. Render. There is a good way to move it around, which is eluding me right now, which is very strange. I think this might be the one for this. Or you could totally just duplicate it, move it underneath, and then move it around. Okay. So we got that. We've got pop coming out. Then we got the stuff. If you actually put it on a layer above, you could choose to add some text underneath. Oops. Like this right here. Let me move these out of the way. Check to see if we've got it. We typed, but I don't think it saw what we typed. Source text. I don't see the text. Oh. I don't think it's having it with me today. I think it's sick of me. Okay, that's all right. What I could do, if you've actually gone and made your Mogurts beforehand, which would be really good, you could just use your Mogurts in this as well. So you could go to your window, if it's not already open, go to Essential Graphics. That's one cute pup. Oh yeah. You know what? I'll use the one that we just made. If you had text, which I do have text, not on this one, but I do. And now I can just move this over here. Like it can go everywhere. It can go everywhere. I could put this one on the top to like cover the pop at the top. Is this the right one? Yeah. So we could cover the pop here. And then hide everything else. But I don't want the visibility of these or these. And we don't want the one at the top. And then we can take this one. See, there's so much you can do with it. There's so much. Huh. And then back to normal. Huzzah! And now we've got like 4 minutes to briefly glance at the last one. Briefly. Templates. So I've realized that when you're doing social media type stuff, especially if you've got a particular kind of brand or a style that you're doing, sometimes it's easier for you to just make a template in advance and just slap your stuff on afterwards, which we did as our last challenge. So I have a couple of pre-made ones that I can show you before we dip, because we've got like 5 minutes or 4 minutes left. So, as an example, it's always nice to make a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna unhide them. For those of you that likes to keep it in one area, but you color code it like I do, using the hide feature when you need to is a very, very useful way of organizing yourself. So everything that's orange is one thing, everything that's a different color is another thing, and yeah. So if I scroll down to only have the pink ones on, let's say, we can see that I've created a couple of slightly moving but looping shapes. And by doing that, I've got a mat that's connected via the parent to this main box here. So if I grab this, for example, go into my mat, turn off the volume. Oh, thank you, Lissandra. Oh, my new hair color. Thank you. That OG hair color, them OG things. And scale it up. This is me just telling you how useful it is to have some templates. If you go and put the mat on it now, oops, and make sure that we parent this to the mat as well. Now you've not really had to do anything new. It's already there. You can add any extra font or text on that you like. Same with, I think I've pre-done one of these. I don't think we have enough time for me to animate one of them in front of you, I'm afraid. But we can do this here too. I've made it green because somebody's like, ooh, that's a sound. I've made it here too. Or I made it green to make it easier for us to spot and see. Oh, it's like 1 minute left. We would do the same thing by making sure this is rotated the right way, making sure it's the right size, pop the mat on top of it, and then bing bang bosh, job is done. Ta-da! Yes. So, phew, that was a lot that we covered in a short amount of time. Alessandra, thank you so much for jumping in. Real art, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the challenges. I hope you have a chance to use them on your own work, and maybe just use this recap to help remind you what it is. Otherwise, stay tuned. There's obviously more wonderful things coming up. I've been Pixipui. See you later. Bye.